I don't think anyone, and I mean anyone, expected the Winnipeg Jets to have a season like they did last year. 56 wins, 22 losses, and 4 overtime losses. Good enough for 116 points and first place. Not just in the Central, not just in the West, but in the entire NHL. They've had some additions this offseason and some subtractions, but in today's video, I'm going to give my thoughts on the team for the upcoming season. Will they make the playoffs? How far will they go? Will they be better than the year previous? All those questions will be answered in today's video. And the question of the video to those Jets fans, do you think they will be better this year? What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode right here on Above Average. I'm YouTube Trev. Thank you for clicking on this video. We're going to be diving into the Winnipeg Jets for this upcoming season, what I like, what I don't like, look at all the roster, all the lines, 1 through 4. We're going to look at the defense, obviously. Connor Hellebuck, don't have to look too much there because he is the guy. But yeah, Jets fans, how's it going? I haven't done a Jets video in a while. Thanks for all the continued support, guys. Really appreciate it. I know it's the dog days of summer. I'm just getting back from holidays, so I apologize about that. But I figured I'd pump out a video. And tonight we're talking the Winnipeg Jets. It is crazy. And that's another question. So yeah, answer the question of the video as well. That is the sponsored segment of today's video, brought to you by www.timetrackers.ca, where I highlight the most liked comment in my previous videos. So drop a comment down below. I interact with every single one, and the most liked comment, it'll get a shout out in my next video. But yeah, so I'm super curious, and as well as the main question of the video, will they be better than next year? Which I don't really think they can be, because I don't know. That leads into my next question. Jets fans, did any of you really expect the Jets to be first in the whole NHL last year? I tell you, I know for a fact. So my dad, I've actually got a lot of family in Manitoba, Winnipeg. Shout out to Winnipeg, Portage la Prairie, High Bluff. I think that's a town. Poplar Point, all in that area. I've been there quite a bit. I got a lot of family there, and yeah. So you know what? I love the Jets. I actually, there's no. It's not like the Flames. It's not like the Canucks. You know, obviously I cheer for the Oilers. That's my team. But there's no, I don't have any hatred for the Winnipeg Jets. Actually, this season I thoroughly enjoyed them, and it was awesome. It was crazy what they were able to do. And I said it at the first sentence of this video. No one expected it. Did you expect it? Drop a comment down below, because I'm curious. I don't think anyone did. And I know for a fact my dad didn't, because, well, he told me, he's like, no, they're going to come down to reality pretty soon. And then it's 2 weeks in, he's like, yeah, they're still riding a high. They're going to come down pretty soon here. And then you're 3 months in, and then you're just like, holy crap, maybe they are just this good. And so it was a pretty cool story. Obviously, new head coach last year. I'm pretty sure that was his first year behind the bench as the main head coach there. So he did a great, Scott Arniel, he did a great job, really good at rallying the troops. And just they meshed. They really bought into the system. They were a fun team to watch, and they finally were able to get past, well, I shouldn't say finally, but it'd been, since 2020 when they freaking swept the Oilers, when they got past, to the second round there. But then they got swept by Montreal, which was kind of karma. But this year, that series, I remember that was just the craziest thing ever. It was crazy. They got past St. Louis. And no one a lot of people expected it, but They did it. It was good. But sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. I just wanted to talk about last season and how fun it was as a hockey fan. And it's time now to move to this upcoming season, where, yes, they did lose Nikolai Ehlers. Did he show up in the playoffs? Did he really? I feel like he had his moments, but it wasn't anything crazy, right? He was kind of an idol, but I feel like this year's playoffs, he was okay. So you get rid of him, and he goes to a Carolina team, which is kind of surprising. What are your thoughts on that? Because obviously, that's a player you want to keep. That's kind of a big hole, a good shifty winger, pretty sneaky shot, and he's got wheels, right? That's his thing. He's a very, very good skater. So just looking at the lineup right now, they didn't really replace that. The first line: Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele, Gabe Vilardi. Here's hoping Vilardi can be healthy for a season. What has he been healthy at all since he's been in Edmonton or Winnipeg? I don't think so. Hey, You might correct me if I'm wrong there, but I don't think he has. Cole Perfetti, this is one thing that's going to be really exciting if you're a Jets fan. I mean, he's got all the talent in the world, and he is really starting to put it together. He had some highlight goals last year, which are pretty unreal. So that's one player, I guess, if you were to fill the void of Nikolai Ehlers, at least you've got an up-and-coming. You can't really consider him a prospect now, but I think it's his time to shine, and I think he definitely has more potential than Ehlers. What is it? Ehlers is like a perennial 50, 60-point guy. I think Cole Perfetti could reach 70 points. I really do. And could it be next year? Maybe. And then this is a good story. You got Jonathan Taves. He's bringing it back. He went to India, and then he came back to Canada. Where did he go? To his hometown, Winnipeg. It's going to be an interesting story how that all goes. I don't know, man. They have him slotted as second C. I know his last year in Chicago there, he was kind of fighting it. He was a long-term COVID. He had a few other things he was dealing with. So could that have hindered his game? For sure. Absolutely. But I feel like at that age, just like, your second line center after what? Has he not been gone for like 2 seasons? Maybe even 3? That's crazy, man. So they got him second line C. It's going to be interesting. That is something that they desperately need. When they got Sean Monahan, that they filled the void there. That was good. I'm saying void a lot, but yeah, I think Sean Monahan, he was a good fit. So they got, I don't know, is JT, is he your second line center? Does he make you happy? Drop a comment down below. I'm very curious. You got Gustav Nyquist. So, their top 6 is not bad. Nino Niederreiter, I like him. Vlad Nemestikov, he's had some pretty good moments in his career. Alex Iafallo, I love Alex Iafallo. I think he's awesome. Morgan Barron, Rasmus Kupari, and Cole Koepke. I don't even know how to say his name there. Honestly, forwards, it's tough. Like, I think it's decent. It's not the best. It's not the worst for sure. I think it's middle of the pack, but a little bit better than that. I'd probably rank their forward depth at like 12th in the league, maybe 11th, because they got some good pieces. And you know what, Mark Scheifele, Kyle Connor, they have both had career years, if I'm not mistaken. I know Mark Scheifele, I was so disappointed that he wasn't selected on Four Nations, but I'm happy that he is on the selection camp this time around. I think he's a lock for that team. He should have made it, in my opinion. Then you go down to the defense. Josh Morrissey, Dylan DeMello, I like that. Dylan Sandberg, Neil Pionk, that's also pretty solid. Neil Pionk, I don't know what it is, man, but he has McDavid's number. McDavid can't do shit. McDavid can't do anything when it comes to Neil Pionk. And then Hayden Fleury, which I know Jets fans were just gunning for this guy to play in last year's playoffs. He finally got some time, and he's looking like he's going to be a pretty good player. And then Luke Schenn. So, you know what? Solid. I say, like, what? This is, again, like 11th to 9 range as far as defenseman goes. Josh Morrissey is probably a top 5 defenseman, not even close in the NHL. Love that you got a good old Canadian boy too. That's awesome. I like their defense. And then just going through it. Sorry, I just wanted to, and then obviously Adam Lowry, I forgot he's injured. He is out as of right now. But then you got Connor Hellebuck, Eric Comrie. And I mean, you got the reigning Vezina and Hart Trophy winner in Connor Hellebuck. That is crazy. So all in all, I think it's a good roster. Yes, I still do think they're going to be a playoff team for sure. They're a fun team, man. Like, I've got no gripes about the Winnipeg Jets. They're probably a top 5 team for me personally. Obviously, I got the family ties in Manitoba. But as far as being as good as last year, I don't know, man. That's going to be a tough hill to climb. 116 points? No, they're not. I mean, it takes really, and I mean really, really, really good teams to match what they've done in previous years. And I can't really say as of right now, what I've seen on their roster, that they're are in fact a really, really, really good team. They're a playoff team, but I mean, I don't know. Do you think they'll have what they had last year? Whatever it was just crazy to watch them. I don't know. But they are going to be a playoff team. How far will they go though? It's just like one of those things. You never know with playoff Helly. And I feel like that's so annoying that we have to say that, playoff Helly, because he shouldn't. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. He's the best goalie in the world. I mean, he's right up there. There's there's just Andrei Vasilevsky and Connor Hellebuck. Those are the 2 best goalies in the world, in my opinion. And for whatever reason, is it the nerves? I don't know, man. It just, because you see him in the regular season, he's just dialed in. He's so dialed in, and like the warm-ups, he does that freaking eye warm-up thing that every goalie does. I don't know, man. First and foremost, if they want to go far, you're going to have to get regular season heli, because that's not cutting it. Playoff heli isn't cutting it anymore. But, I mean, you never know. There's definitely been teams with lesser rosters go further. So as far as playoffs go, who knows? They might make it to the second round. I'd be very surprised, but if they get further than that, but you never know. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on the Winnipeg Jets for the upcoming season? I'm pretty optimistic for them. I definitely think they're going to be a playoff team. I don't think they got much worse. Like I said, you lose Nikolai Ehlers, which I know that sucked. I know a lot of Jets fans were kind of ticked about that. And to be honest, I'm surprised. Any place he's going to go to Carolina? Really? Carolina? I don't know. So yeah, but I mean, you've got Cole Perfetti, and just looking at what they were able to do, it's kind of nice to see. You got Gabe Vilardi, re-signed 6-year contract. That's awesome. Dylan Sandberg, that was a big one this summer as well, re-signed 3-year contract. So I know there's a lot of, talk, no one wants to sign, no one wants to re-sign or sign in Winnipeg. But I mean, the fact that Hellebuck did a few seasons ago, same with Scheifele. I mean, really the only person that jumped ship was Nikolai Ehlers. And so I don't really buy into that narrative at all. It's a great team. You look at what they can do. You look at the atmosphere. There's not many more loyal fan bases than the Winnipeg Jets, and I'll leave it at that. Right on, but it is that time of the video brought to you by www.timetrackers.ca, where they work around the clock for you. It's an Alberta-based company. If you want a clock like this, whether you want a big clock, you want a medium-sized clock, or this size clock, go check them out, www.timetrackers.ca. Glad to have you on board, Time Trackers. Thank you very much. And the most liked comment in my previous video, god damn it, it was about the Mount Rushmore of Oilers, the greatest Oilers of all time, and anything for a buck. At anything for a buck said the mountain isn't big enough, and I kind of agree with that. 3 likes, come on, let's see if we can get more than 3 likes in this video for a comment, and I'll give it a highlight in my next video. So thanks for all the continued support, guys. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I will see you in the next one. Don't be average when you can be above average. Peace.